Imagine, for a moment, a world where your daily life was pretty much confined to the radius of a horse or your own 2 feet. Sounds wild, right? Before the boom of American automobiles, that was the reality for most people. Your town was your world, and venturing beyond it was a pretty big deal, often requiring significant planning or expense. It's hard to fathom now, but personal mobility was truly a luxury, not an everyday expectation. We were, in a very real sense, tethered to our locales, our opportunities shaped by how far we could physically go. Then came the horseless carriage, slowly, almost tentatively, sputtering onto the scene in the late 19th century. Early cars were, let's be honest, pretty rudimentary, expensive, unreliable, and mostly toys for the wealthy. They hinted at a new kind of movement, a freedom from animal power, but they weren't exactly democratizing mobility just yet. Still, these early vehicles, like the first American gasoline car built by the Duryea brothers in 1893, really planted the seed for what was possible, a new way of seeing the world open up, even if only for a select few at first. Everything changed with Henry Ford and his Model T. Ford's genius wasn't just in building a car, it was in figuring out how to make it affordable and accessible to the average American. The assembly line, which is wild to think about now, made production incredibly efficient, driving down costs. Suddenly, a car wasn't just for the elite, it was for farmers, factory workers, and families. This wasn't just about getting from A to B, it was about the freedom to choose your destination, to visit relatives further away, or even to seek out new job opportunities. With more cars on the road, America quickly realized it needed actual roads. The early 20th century saw a huge push for infrastructure, especially with the creation of the National Highway System. All those new, paved roads didn't just connect cities, they connected people to an entirely new sense of adventure. Road trips became a thing, allowing families to explore national parks, visit new towns, and just see what was out there. It was a profound shift, offering a kind of geographic freedom that was utterly unimaginable just a few decades prior, truly a game changer. The car didn't just change how we traveled, it changed where we lived. Before reliable personal transport, you had to live pretty close to your work or the amenities of the city. But with a car in every garage, suddenly the suburbs became a viable, even desirable, option. People could commute to city jobs while raising families in quieter, roomier neighborhoods. This really offered a new kind of freedom, the freedom to choose a different lifestyle, to have a bigger yard, to escape the urban bustle. It absolutely redefined the American home and community, which is pretty neat. Beyond personal freedom, the boom of American automobiles also supercharged the entire economy. It wasn't just about building cars, it was about all the industries that sprang up around them. Think about it: steel, rubber, glass, gasoline, mechanics, roadside diners, motels, even advertising. Millions of jobs were created, giving people a new path to economic mobility and prosperity. The car became a central pillar of American capitalism, creating a vast ecosystem of commerce and employment. It fostered a dynamic era of innovation and economic growth across the nation. Eventually, cars became more than just practical machines, they evolved into powerful symbols of identity and personal expression. From the sleek lines of a 1950s cruiser to the muscle cars of the 60s, your vehicle said something about who you were. It was a canvas for individuality, a way to stand out or to fit into a particular subculture. This freedom of expression, tied to something you could own and customize, added another layer to the car's role in American life. It became a personal statement, a mobile extension of oneself, which is a really fascinating cultural development. The car also gave birth to an entirely new American culture, the roadside experience. Drive-in movie theaters, fast food restaurants, and the iconic motel sign became staples of the landscape. These were places designed specifically for the person on the go, making travel not just a journey but an experience in itself. It was about convenience, spontaneity, and a uniquely American way of life that embraced the open road. This whole ecosystem catered to the car-bound traveler, making every trip an adventure and reinforcing that sense of freedom and discovery. Today, while our relationship with cars is evolving with new technologies and environmental considerations, the core promise of freedom and mobility that the American automobile offered still resonates deeply. Even with rideshares and electric vehicles, the desire for personal, independent transportation remains a powerful force. The car didn't just move us physically, it moved us culturally, socially, and economically, forever changing the fabric of American life. It truly unlocked a new era of possibilities, defining what it meant, and still means, to be free in America. What a journey, right?